What's going on? How y'all doing out there? So the Minnesota Timberwolves lead the series 3-1 against Golden State. They won. And it's not like Golden State didn't have a chance. They were up by 3 at halftime. But the problem was, Draymond Green had 14. Butler did your Butler, and Buddy Hield did too. But the problem is that, you got to have one of those kind of games that you score 25 to 30 points. And the other problem is the third quarter came around and Minnesota got to town. Anthony Edwards hit his 30. The guy that I think is the X factor for Minnesota, Serge Julius Randle, had 30. And Michael Conley had 11, which was huge. But Randle, who's been balling, he's been on a mission. This is probably why the Timberwolves don't mind getting him in the postseason. He's been on a mission. Usually he settles for 17, 18 points a game, 10 boards, kind of thing. But in the postseason, he been balling. This was a huge win for the Timberwolves. This was because they got the 2 games in Golden State. And I said Golden State had to win both those games to have a chance. They had to win one of them to make this a series. They had to win both of them and for Steph Curry to come back. I said it was over. Without him, they don't have the firepower. Jimmy Butler is not enough. Even if Draymond Green plays a good game, they can play these guys kind of tough. But the problem is like Minnesota did to Golden State what Golden State was doing to others. Third quarter, come out to halftime, it's time to put you to night. And the problem is that, you can't stop that onslaught. You just waiting for Anthony Edwards at one of those games. You waiting because it's just a matter of time. And we picked this spot. Big time win. It's one of those situations that injuries occur, and I don't really even talk about injuries too much on teams because you got to see what the others are made of. Now, what's happening for Golden State is Kuminga's had 20-something again. Kuminga should be getting more run. That's on Steve Kerr. That's Steve Kerr being a ding dong about not playing him. He really ding dong out of tune birdie here. This is a situation where if a guy can score like that and is that effective, you should be playing him. So that's on what's going on with that. It's just that too much politics and you see a lot of stuff that happens. But the problem is they don't have the depth and they don't have that match tip for tat. This is where you do miss a Klay Thompson, because if you had somebody who was familiarized with the firepower and able to counter